Ever thought of a job where you get paid for doing almost nothing, or something so bizarre it's funny? Well, buckle up because we're diving into the world of the most unusual jobs. Now, we're all familiar with the usual suspects: doctors, lawyers, teachers, and the like. But have you ever heard of a professional sleeper or a water sommelier? Sounds like something out of a sitcom, right? Well, hold on to your hats because these jobs are as real as the nose on your face, and they pay real money too. Imagine getting paid to snooze. No more guilt trips for hitting the snooze button one too many times. In fact, you might get a raise for it. And a water sommelier, well, they get to sip water and talk about its bouquet, body, and finish. Who knew water had a body? I thought it was just wet. And these are just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole world of jobs out there that make the mundane seem like a full-blown professional career. Ever fancied watching paint dry? There's a job for that. Got a knack for hiding in unusual places? You might have a future as a professional hider. These jobs might sound like they're straight out of a Monty Python sketch, but they're as real as it gets. And the best part is, they pay. So next time you're stuck in a boring meeting or slogging away at a spreadsheet, just remember, somewhere out there someone's getting paid to slide down a water slide or sniff things. But we're not here just to make you green with job envy. We're here to give you a tour of this unusual job market, where the wacky and the weird are the norm. Who knows, you might even find your dream job among these offbeat professions. So are you ready to explore these offbeat professions? You might even consider a career change. From mourning to cuddling, you'll be amazed at the range of human emotions catered to by these unusual professions. Have you ever been to a funeral and wondered who those incredibly emotional people were, crying as if their hearts would break? Well, they might just be professional mourners, people hired to grieve at funerals. Yes, you heard it right. In many cultures around the world, it is believed that a loud and emotional funeral helps the deceased soul to reach the afterlife. So if you're good at crying on cue and can handle the emotional toll, this job might be right up your alley. But remember, this job isn't just about shedding tears. It's about bringing a sense of closure and peace to the mourning family. Now let's switch gears from the somber to the snuggly. Imagine a job where you get paid to cuddle. Welcome to the world of the professional cuddler. This job is all about providing comfort, relaxation, and companionship. It's not as easy as it sounds though. Professional cuddlers need to create a safe, accepting, and non-judgmental space. They need to be good listeners, empathetic, and most importantly comfortable with physical contact. So, if you're a fan of snuggling up and have a knack for making people feel comfortable, you might just have found your dream job. So, whether it's crying or cuddling, these jobs prove that there's something out there for everyone. Who knew that being human could be such a profitable profession? So if you're good at crying or cuddling, you might just have found your calling. Next up we have the professional apologizer and the professional stand-in. And no, the apologizer's job doesn't involve saying sorry for someone else's mistakes. But let's start with the professional apologizer. These are the people who step up when a company messes up. They're the ones who craft those carefully worded apologies you see in your email or on a company's social media page. They need to be diplomatic, empathetic, and most importantly, genuine. It's a delicate balance, restoring faith while acknowledging a mistake. They are the unsung heroes of the corporate world, smoothing ruffled feathers and keeping the peace. So, if you have a way with words and an understanding heart, this might be the perfect job for you. Now let's switch gears and step into the shoes of a professional stand-in. These are the people who literally stand in for actors on a film or TV set. They help the crew set up the perfect shot, test the lighting, and even rehearse lines with other actors. It's not all glamour though. Stand-ins need to be patient, adaptable, and ready to work long hours. And while you might not get the fame, you'll definitely get a front row seat to the magic of filmmaking. So if you've always dreamed of being on set but prefer to stay out of the limelight, this could be your ticket to Hollywood. From apologizing to standing in, these jobs redefine the conventional work environment. Who knew saying sorry or standing around could be turned into a profession? So, whether you're good with words or have a knack for blending into the background, there's an unusual job out there for you. And now, we'll introduce you to the professional cure and the professional pretender. And no, the cure's job doesn't involve waiting in line for the bathroom. Let's begin with the professional cure. Can't stand the thought of waiting in line for hours to get that new iPhone or concert ticket? Well, there are people who will do it for you. The professional cures. They're the ones who brave the elements, the boredom, and the impatient crowd. All to make sure you get your hands on that coveted item. Patience, endurance, and a good book are the key tools of their trade. Now let's switch gears and meet the professional pretender. Ever wished you could be someone else just for a day? These professionals make that dream a reality. They're hired to pretend to be someone they're not. From acting as a stand-in family member at social events to pretending to be a fan in a crowd, they do it all. It's all about blending in and playing the part convincingly. So, if you've got a flair for drama and a knack for imitation, this might just be your calling. From waiting in line to pretending to be someone else, these jobs stretch the boundaries of what we consider work. So, which of these jobs do you find the most bizarre? Drop your answers in the comments below. Remember, there's a job for everyone out there, no matter how strange it may seem. Ever heard of a water sommelier? No, it's not a fancy term for a plumber. Now I know what you're thinking. Water is water, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. Enter the world of the water sommelier, a job so refined it makes wine tasting look like a beer pong tournament. These are the connoisseurs of the hydration world, the ones who can tell the difference between an alpine spring water and a simple tap water. They are the ones who can tell you the exact mineral content just by taking a sip. Yes, you heard that right. They gulp, they swish, they spit, and voila. They can tell you if your water is from the Swiss Alps or your backyard well. Don't even dare serve them ice-cold water because apparently, water has a flavor that's best enjoyed at room temperature. Who knew, right? And here we were thinking water was just a thirst quencher. Next time you're sipping on some H2O, remember somewhere out there, a water sommelier is swirling a glass of water, sniffing it and declaring, "Ah yes, this has a robust flavor with a hint of calcium and magnesium." Now let's shift gears and talk about a job that you've probably dreamt of, literally. The professional sleeper. Yes, it's a real job. No, it's not what you do on weekends. These lucky folks get paid to snooze, to catch some Z's, to visit the land of dreams while the rest of us slog through the 9-to-5 grind. What do, you ask? They sleep in different environments and provide feedback. They test out beds, pillows, and even sleeping conditions for research purposes. It's a tough job, but someone has to do it. And no, hitting snooze on your alarm doesn't count as job experience. Now, imagine a world where you can sleep on the job and not get fired. A world where your boss tells you to take a nap. Imagine being asked what you do for a living and your answer is, "I sleep." Talk about a conversation starter. Moving on to our next bizarre job, the plant trainer. Don't worry, it doesn't involve teaching a cactus to sit. Let's delve into the world of plant trainers. Yes, you heard that correctly. No, they don't make roses do the tango or teach tulips to tap dance. Plant trainers are the unsung heroes behind those beautifully sculpted trees and shrubs you see in top-notch gardens. They take a plant, and with the subtlety of a poet and the precision of a surgeon, coax it into shapes that make you go, "How on earth did they do that?" So, if you've ever dreamed of bending a bonsai to your will, this might just be the job for you. But let's not leave it at that. Let's branch out to another job that's so bizarre, it's sure to have you rolling in the aisles. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, the paint drying watcher. Yes, it's a real job, and no, it's not just for people who find watching grass grow too exciting. The paint drying watcher is the ultimate guardian of patience. They literally watch paint dry, all day, every day. Their job is to monitor the drying process of paint to ensure it's up to industry standards. It's a job that demands an almost zen-like focus. Imagine being able to put on your resume, professional wall starer, with a minor in watching paint dry. Talk about standing out from the crowd? So next time you're complaining about how boring your job is, just remember, somewhere out there, someone's watching grass grow, and someone else is watching paint dry, and they're getting paid for it. But hey, who are we to judge? One person's dull is another person's dream job. After all, variety, as they say, is the spice of life. And you thought your job was dull. Next up we have the professional pusher, but no, they don't push people into swimming pools. In the land of the rising sun, the morning rush hour is a whole different ballgame. Tokyo's metro system, one of the busiest in the world, employs professional pushers, or oshiya, to ensure that every last commuter is squeezed into the subway cars. Now, if you're someone who enjoys invading others' personal space, here's a job that not only allows it but actually pays you for it. Imagine being a professional pusher. You wake up every day, put on your uniform and head to work to, well, push people. But not just any push, a calculated, strategic push, one that ensures maximum commuter packing efficiency. And mind you, no elbows or karate chops allowed. It's all about the flat hands, folks. Now let's switch gears to a job that is all about disappearing act. Enter the professional hider. Yes, you heard it right. This job is all about blending into the background, avoiding detection, and just generally being a real-life human version of Where's Waldo. The professional hider job may sound like a dream come true for introverts or those with an uncanny knack for hide and seek. But it's not all fun and games. These professionals need to master the art of stillness, camouflage, and patience. It's the perfect job for those who love solitude and have a penchant for pulling off the ultimate disappearing act. So, what's in a day's work for a professional hider? Well, they could be hiding in a theme park providing an unexpected surprise for guests. Or maybe they're in a reality TV show adding an extra layer of challenge for the contestants. The possibilities are endless, and so is the fun. From pushing to hiding, these are jobs that break the mold, proving that the world of work is full of surprises. And remember, if you can't find the professional hider, they're just doing their job. Last but not least, meet the smeller and the professional line sitter. And no, the smeller's job doesn't involve sniffing out trouble. Picture this. You're sitting in an office surrounded by the usual hustle and bustle of corporate life. But instead of typing away at a keyboard or answering phone calls, you're sniffing. Not just any sniffing, but professional sniffing. You, my friend, are a smeller. As a smeller, your job is to sniff out the quality of products. You might be sniffing perfumes, candles, or even food. Your nose is your most valuable asset, your olfactory prowess unmatched. Talk about having a nose for business, right? Now the smeller's job may seem odd, but it's nothing compared to our next job. Imagine getting paid to do, well, essentially nothing. You're not sniffing, typing, or answering phones. You're just sitting in a line. That's right, you're a professional line sitter. Now you might be thinking, who in the world would pay someone to sit in a line? Well, the answer is lots of people. Celebrities who don't want to wait for their morning latte, busy professionals who can't afford to spend hours queuing for the latest gadget, or even die-hard fans who want front row seats at a concert but don't have the time to camp out. As a professional line sitter, your job is to endure the boredom, the weather, and the often less than stellar company of other line sitters. But hey, who's complaining when you're getting paid to essentially do nothing? You might even get to catch up on your favorite podcasts or finally finish that book you've been putting off. So there you have it, the smeller and the professional line sitter. Two jobs that are as odd as they are intriguing. So which of these jobs do you find the most bizarre? Drop your answers in the comments below. Remember, there's a job for everyone out there, no matter how strange it may seem. Moving on to the next unusual occupations, let's dive into the roles of a professional bed warmer and an ear cleaner. And no, these aren't as cozy or as squeaky clean as they sound. Picture this, you're in a luxurious hotel, and your job is to ensure guests have a warm, cozy bed to sleep in. You're not a housekeeper but a professional bed warmer. Using a special suit that heats up to 50 degrees Celsius, you slip into the bed and warm it to the perfect temperature. Talk about a warm welcome. Now that might seem odd, but our next job is even more unusual. Imagine walking the bustling streets of India and China with a set of specialized tools, ready to offer a unique service. No, you're not a street vendor, but a professional ear cleaner. Your mission? To ensure the locals have clean ears using your specialized tools and expert techniques. It's a job that requires a steady hand and a keen eye for detail. So if you're good at getting cozy or have a knack for cleanliness, there's an unusual job out there waiting for you. From warming beds to cleaning ears, the job market is full of odd and intriguing roles. Which one would you pick? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, no matter how strange it may seem, there's a job for everyone out there. We're down to our final pair of peculiar professions. Prepare yourself to meet the professional snuggler and the professional mermaid. And no, the snuggler's job doesn't involve wrestling. Firstly, we have the professional snuggler. In a world where human connection is often lacking, these professionals step in to fill the void. They are paid to cuddle. Yes, you heard it right. Their job is to provide warmth, comfort, and a sense of companionship to their clients. Imagine spending your workday in comfy pajamas, wrapped in a cozy blanket, providing a comforting embrace to those in need. It's a job that requires empathy, patience, and an innate ability to make others feel safe and comforted. Now let's dive into a job that's truly out of this world, the professional mermaid. These professionals are hired to perform at parties, events, and even aquariums, charming audiences with their ethereal beauty and impressive swimming skills, all while donning a sparkling mermaid tail. It's a job that requires not only swimming skills, but also the ability to hold one's breath for extended periods and perform underwater. So, if you've ever dreamt of being a mermaid, this could be your chance. From snuggling up to swimming like a mermaid, the job market is filled with peculiar professions. So, which of these jobs do you find the most bizarre? Drop your answers in the comments below. And remember, no matter how strange it may seem, there's a job for everyone out there. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating and unique content like this. Your support means the world to us. And we'd love to hear from you. After watching, drop a comment below sharing your thoughts. Which of these unusual professions surprised you the most? Maybe you have an idea for another extraordinary job that we didn't mention? Your feedback and ideas are what keep us going. So hit that subscribe button, join our community, and let's keep exploring the amazing and quirky corners of our world together.